Dukes of Weedom.
Dukes of Weedom.
Episode 85. A little banger week for chapters.
It was a banger week.
Each new chapter, I was like, nope, this is the best chapter of the week. Nope, this one's the best chapter of the week.
Of course, I saw a bunch of the biggest moments on Twitter before I even read them. Because I read everything today.
I'm glad my life isn't your life.
Yeah.
Because I don't get spoilers. The life of spoilers is a hard road to walk. Oh no, I forgot to read one.
What'd you forget?
Wild Strawberry.
Okay, I can live with that.
I completely forgot about it.
Even though you texted me Wild Strawberry, because I didn't even know it was out until you told me.
Oh well. Maybe I'll read it on the break.
I was scared you thought you meant Gokurakugai.
Oh no, that was the first thing I read.
Yeah, you want to start with that?
Yeah, because it took me 2 days to read it though, because I started reading it and I kept getting interrupted. I'd read like a panel or two and then I'd have to put it down for a second. Then I'd open it, and panel or two, and I was just like, this is getting annoying, so I just stopped reading it. And went back when I could actually sit down and read through it. The whole thing.
A perfect transition chapter.
Yes.
With just about no downtime, despite being a transition chapter.
I love that she's back.
I won't lie. Oh, nay.
Yeah.
There was literally a point, it was this page, where I thought to myself, I was like, man, I'm gay, but if that isn't the baddest bitch I've ever seen in my life.
I took Miss Tao, I took a screenshot of...
For those who don't know, who might be listening along, page 15, when she's waving around the 2 bills she's taken.
I like this one when they're just sitting there because they just woke up and her face is all
I took
shaded.
a screenshot of that too. But I was like, just at this page, I was like, God damn. This might be like the ultimate waifu, the ultimate woman.
I'm all about that nay, though.
It is nice seeing Nay again. The moment she was outside, literally the moment her face was there, I was like, ah, yes, you're related to these people. Oh.
I didn't see that comment, to be honest with you. I was like, oh, okay, cool. She used to live here.
No, like, the moment I saw her, I knew. I also really like this panel where she says, I'm afraid, and then the next one, her speech bubble is inside, like,
inside.
In the bars.
Yeah, I like that shit. Yeah, this guy hired him, the crushing devil.
I also never expected to see, like, the...
Manga, rather.
Like, the gag face. The Gokurakugai.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, time to go. What?
Yes. It's a fucking massive house, though. And, super run down, though, once you get inside and look in it.
Yes, but oh my god, so beautiful.
And then they bump into a burglar, of all things. Some dude just trying to steal some shit.
I thought for sure he was just going to end up being the bad guy, but nope.
I'm surprised that there was anything in there to steal in the first place.
Right? It's been mad long. You told me no one else came and looted?
I know, right? But nope, then he just gets crushed.
I will say I've been a lot happy, like, I don't even know how to put this. I think ever since they revealed that magas, like, represent, like, the cause of death that they went through, the term maga has been a lot better, because it's like, the crushing death maga, or the bleeding, exsanguinating death maga. It makes it sound so much cooler now.
Yes, agreed.
It's a big upgrade.
Yeah, it is a rough one with no descriptor near it. It's just...
The maga. Yeah, cool. Those things matter a lot more than people realize. If you get something cool and catchy,
yeah, it just sticks. You know what I mean?
How many people still geek out over the word bankai? Like,
everybody,
literally, and domain expansion, and you gotta have cool terms.
Such and such no jutsu.
I might still be reading Ichi the Witch if they weren't called magics.
I honestly just keep forgetting about it. I mean, I feel
It's
like I
so
should...
low on my priorities that...
Same. The Ninja School one is just... It's just off my scale. I just don't even...
I like the art, but... In that same way that I said I shouldn't like it, I feel like any room I give it, I'm going to feel guilty over it.
I still need to read more Witch Watch so that I'm not behind the anime when the anime starts.
I was so close. I was this fucking close to picking up Undead Unluck today.
The manga?
Yeah, this fucking close. Because I finished all my chapters. I was like, man, I'm still hungry. And I was just going around. I almost read a couple things. This Elusive Samurai banner makes me want to read Elusive Samurai. Also.
I still need to watch Elusive Samurai.
I also need to watch Elusive Samurai.
It just looks so good.
It does. It looks fucking fantastic. So good that it gave me interest in a show I had literally zero interest in.
Well, I also, to be fair, knew nothing about Elusive Samurai other than it had a child on the cover.
And it was fast.
Yes. Who?
I knew one other thing. The author behind it is the Assassination Classroom author.
I feel like I knew that too because you feel like you've
said that before. It's just easy to forget.
Yeah.
It does kind of show too. Not in this banner, but when they actually look like a kid.
Well, I never read...
like the eyes.
Yeah, I never read the Assassination Classroom manga, but I watched all of the anime. So I don't know if I would have even picked up on the art similarities.
Kind of the face for it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Look at this banner.
It was pretty sick, yeah.
Did he go like adult mode? Was there a time skip? Like it's making me want to read it.
Well, then Shonen Jump's marketers are doing a good job with their banners then.
They are. And both of these almost got me too because I've been meaning to read Shiba Inu Rooms because, again, it just looks so hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been meaning to read Dog's Red because despite not liking hockey, it's high up on the totem pole for entertaining sports.
All right, but how about this? Before you read Blue Lock, did you give any cares about soccer?
No. And every time I'm like, man, would I enjoy real soccer? I think it to myself. I'm kicking around the ball with the dog literally today, and I was like, maybe I would geek out over like some of those plays. I feel really good when I kick the ball to my other foot and kick it somewhere else.
Oh, jeez.
It's the author, and for the hockey one, it's the author for Golden Kamui, so it's like...
It's got to be some kind of fucking crazy jokes in there.
It's got to be good.
Oh, shit, it's already 36 chapters?
I know. I'm like, god damn. I might end up doing that this week. Give it at least like 3 chapters and see how it is.
There you go.
I'll report back to this podcast.
So you'll read chapter 1, because that's 3 chapters long.
Oh, yeah. Fuck me, dude. And if I add 2, it'll be 5 chapters total, because 2 is usually a little bigger still.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Speaking of long, I'm just going to take the transition to the next one. Centuria's page counts haven't gone down, really.
I feel like they did. Well, I mean, not
no, it's like
28
pages. Oh, yeah, we can't check. Does it think I'm still in progress with it? Can I fool it?
Not if you hit your library button.
Uh-oh. You're right. I'm pretty sure I did exit it after finishing it. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't have page counts on the front. But one of them was 28 pages.
I didn't even notice.
But good. Speaking of transition chapters.
Yeah, both of them. And it kind of happened right away, immediately. At the end of the last chapter we read, they're like, oh, you can't leave us. You got to stay with us. Okay. Beginning of this chapter, I'm going to move.
I'm building a house.
And then we get a 1-year time skip. Because they built the house. I was like, damn, that was fucking fast.
Yeah.
But it shows his blessing of the sea with the fish just jumping in the net for him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Like that little droplet of info they gave us there before hitting us with a bunch more, showing us the other guy.
What's that?
Arcos? I don't remember his name.
Yeah, the dude.
The water dude.
Yeah, what info did they drop before?
Well, I'm saying the fact he controls water, it's also relating to how...
Oh, right, gotcha. Now, do you think the water would even affect another
no
blessed
clue.
child of the sea?
It depends on if Julian is capable of the same. Like, is this blessing a blessing of the sea, or was the fish thing more like his thing? Like, is this man blessed by water instead? Like how we said the other week, how you were saying that, like, there's like a forest god. I'm like, oh, it's a little more like a mushroom thing.
Right, yeah. Who knows? He was wild, though. Like, straight up magic. I didn't
Punching
think that.
Kameo wave, like, holes through people.
Yeah. And then using their blood on the ground to then just use more of it to kill the rest. Dude didn't even get out of his chair. Fucking Eisen levels of fucking disrespect.
They brought 500 men across my border.
How dare you?
They do know they're gonna fight, right?
Heard he drank half my wine. Now I have to use the rest of it for these heathens.
It bodes very badly, the way they're characterizing this guy, too.
Yeah, especially how each time it says that, like, it's Julian's gonna see his new destiny. Or I've been looking.
I'm so bored. I want a plaything.
That doesn't break when I go all out. And I'm like, oh no.
It's gonna be very bad.
Or very bad that if this professory person sees Julian and it's like, oh, you're the one that's gonna kill the king.
Yeah, I'm still
because
in that
I'm
camp.
super sus of the king. I don't care that he's like.
And then
I freed
Ongval
Saber.
dies protecting them. Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, fuck.
Because it's just like, you don't have a silhouette like that while all these people are talking good things
With
about
eyes like that, too. He has, like, the eyes of the anti-spiral.
Yeah.
Like,
He just screams villain. You know what I mean?
yeah. The way Ongval's hyping it up. Oh, so much prosperity, outlawing slavery everywhere. And then I see him. I also find it just worth noting that there is other countries.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
It's one of those things I always keep an eye on, see how big the world is, see what's going on.
But no, it's going great. It's good. So,
Yes.
I mean, we're going to catch up soon, so.
Hopefully soon.
Well, I mean, we're reading more than is releasing. So.
Yeah.
I'm sure one of these weeks we'll read more than 2 chapters, so.
I sure hope so.
Well, I just
It's tough with Magi there, too, though. Because anytime I read Magi, I want to read, like, 10 fucking Magis.
Same. I just didn't have the time to commit to that much, so I put it off this week.
That's why I also didn't want to, like, aim any higher than I aimed. Because it was already down to the wire. I'm literally texting you today, being like, hey, what did you read? Because I haven't read. Oh, you know what worries me?
What's that?
2 of these chapters coming up say they're standard or deluxe only.
Are they point chapters? Because there was one higher up that was like that already for me.
No.
Yeah, 22 and 23. Unless you...
We're going to have to yarg those ones.
Unless you went into those.
No, there's no way.
Yeah, this EX one or whatever is marked.
Yeah.
Let me check my app, see if this is the same one. Same thing.
I'm pretty sure I actually went through the EX one.
I hate that on the Manga Plus app, there's no, like, continue reading on the front page. You have to actually search through.
My biggest disappointment is still on the updated page. It wants me to go straight into the newest chapter, which is the front page.
Yeah, bro. I think you clicked on those 2 chapters because I don't have that.
Oh, I'm going to have to figure that out for myself then.
No spoilers, don't look at that.
That's brutal.
Actually, now that I look at it, this time too, the EX thing doesn't have the... I swear the standard deluxe was
read
on
the EX thing, to be honest.
I did not. What was it?
Just some colored pages. Okay, I'm done looking at these thumbnails.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with spoilers. I was like, oh no, get away from here.
No. We can't talk about Magi, can't talk about Sakamoto.
Nope, not this week, but that's okay.
It's okay.
So, which of the 2 hype chapters should we talk about?
Your pick.
All right, we'll do the shorter one then and go Chainsaw Man.
I feel like I can assume that's Chainsaw Man pretty safely.
Yeah, most of the time it just is the shorter chapter.
First, okay, there's going to be a Chainsaw Man next week. Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay, so the beginning of the chapter, more just... I still don't think that this is just Asa being like, oh, you're cute when you cry. I just don't think that's...
Yoru.
Yoru, that's what I meant.
So I'm making...
I don't think that's true. I think she's playing him. Because then the whole punching her in the face, herself in the face, to switch herself to Asa. Because then it's Asa talking. And I liked that part. Because that's actually them just bonding over the fact that she's lost things to devils too. But the whole Euro stuff was just like, to me, it's just like, bitch, you don't care. You're just saying whatever you need to say to use Chainsaw Man.
I will say this is an incredibly cute face on her.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's just using him, because there's one thing that always strikes me with Yoru is that she's incredibly naive. Like, super naive.
Yoru is?
Yeah.
Yoru. I can't say it today. What's going on
No
with me right
worries.
now? Yoru.
Yoru. War.
The War Devil.
But she's been so naive, like, barely
Scarface.
understands human concepts, is easily embarrassed, easily fooled.
Yeah, true.
So I'm not 100% convinced she's manipulating him, or at least intentionally.
I don't know.
I still think she had a thing for Chainsaw Man.
I think it's...
Or the Chainsaw Devil.
Pochita.
Yeah. I think they had a thing, or she had a one-way thing.
Yeah, and then just... I like the Asa bits of them talking.
Me too.
But Chainsaw Man taught me something. You taught me that I still have somewhere to live for, something to look forward to, so much that I'm willing to eat a crap burger. And then he coughs up, which I assume is the Snow Devil. Which, when the fuck did he eat that?
I'm actually not good. It could be. I mean, it is fuzzy like that, isn't it?
Well, because then the next thing they say is, this is snow. So it's like, he coughs up a devil, and the next thing that happens is it starts snowing.
I'd have to go back like 20 chapters to find out what he ate before. Because remember, he ate like 4 things in between chapters.
Yeah, didn't it mention him too, what the things he ate was? This last page.
My very first thought was, I thought it was going to be the Blood Devil or Power.
Because they had horns?
Yeah.
Well, that very last page, though.
I know.
I don't trust it.
And the last time we saw Snow, we saw Aki.
And here he is, Aki and Power on a boat while it's snowing.
In the Ageless Domain.
Is it the Ageless Domain, though?
They look like they're still there. It was like foresty.
Yeah, well, because you see the boat, like the bow of the boat, the front of the boat, but there's nothing there. It's just on water. There's no horizon.
But it's snowing there, too.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it's just not on... Because they're on... Well, I don't know if they're on an island, but they're on land near forests. And then all of a sudden, you see Power and Aki. I would fucking love it, but at the same time... I don't know how it's possible, unless it is in this world that they're in. Then maybe there's some way you can say that they're there. Aki especially, because he's just a dude.
Yeah, it could just be an illusion to him.
Yeah, because Aki's dead.
Yeah.
As a person. Power has
that body should at least be dead, because she was a fiend. Like, she was a devil inside a human body. At the very, very least, that body's gone. Yeah,
so she could potentially come back as a devil.
Yeah, reincarnated.
But she would not have her memories?
No. If she died, she wouldn't have her memories.
So it's like...
That's why I was like, almost like, hey, this would be if that was Power inside him, that would be a way to construe it where she would have her memories. Like, maybe he was just in there the whole time, but it's not her.
Well, because Power could have been saved, maybe, because of the regeneration shit. If, like... After the bang thing, and then they go off, if like Kishibe just like walked by, picked up all her pieces and put her back together type deal.
Yeah.
But that's not happening with what happened to Aki. I feel like Aki is like definitively dead. Because also, again, human. And he didn't have contracts with the Agent Devil. He had contracts with the fucking...
Fox and Future.
And Future Devil, yeah.
And Curse. The pokey thing.
Yeah, the stick. The sword. Short sword thing. But that's definitely who that is. I mean, both of them. You don't get...
Very
I don't
clearly.
care if they're fucking facing the other way. I obviously know that that's Aki in power, which is just going to lead to more heartache for Denji.
I'm sure it's just something with, like, the domain. I'm just going to keep calling it a domain.
Yeah. The Aging Devil's domain.
Yeah.
Domain expansion. Island of suffering. Island of walking, or people trees, or whatever.
It also makes me wonder if the crazy guy that was, like, banging his head on the tree was actually seeing his loved one periodically. The one he confused Asa for.
No, maybe. So yeah, maybe it is something like that. He's gonna start seeing
Like endless torture.
Big sad. Which means Asa would probably see, I assume, her mother, or maybe that chick that died at the beginning of
Or
part 2.
Clucky.
Who?
Clucky.
The cat?
No, Clucky. Or Bucky. The chicken devil that she fell on.
I was like, fuck that thing. But no, like I forget her name. You know what I'm talking about. The school girl at the beginning. Too.
The don't come to school tomorrow girl.
Yes.
No. It starts with a Y, though.
I'll take your word for it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that fucking last panel, I was just like, oh my god!
Yeah, I saw that shit fucking everywhere right away.
Everyone mourning. I still haven't seen it. Outside of me reading the chapter.
I saw a lot, even just like text posts being like, Fujimoto, why you do this to me?
Damn, which means you already knew about it when I had sent the text, because I read it yesterday.
Yeah, I knew about both things when you sent those texts. Because of what's the other panel of the week that I saw? Samura with crow feathers all behind him as he flies off a cliff with his sword. Everyone being like, they tried to downplay my boy.
I saw it happen, right? Well, we'll just fucking take it.
Yeah, we're pretty much over Chainsaw Man.
One step at a time. We'll start at the beginning of fucking KaguraBachi.
Because there was a good-ass chapter all the way through. That fucking...
KaguraBachi, chapter 56.
So we ended off last time, Hakure's like, I'm the only one who hasn't risked his life yet.
Some blood passes out.
Within like 3 fucking panels of this chapter.
Yeah, literally.
He says it again, actually. So it's technically only like
2.
Yeah.
First, I have to touch Mrs. Tamura or Mr. Urahar and register them.
Wait, if you overdo it...
out for the count. But now this makes sense because they're at the summoning circle now.
Mm-hmm, and he's touching it. So later...
Because later he just reaches up and touches Samura, and I was like, wait, huh? How did Hakuri get there? But then it's like, no, they teleported first. Hakuri and healer person whose name I don't remember. The person trying to restore the Hakuri's skill.
Oh, yeah.
This person. I forget her name.
I don't think they teleported with, though.
Probably not.
We gotta get there first.
Yes.
So it goes over like the ninjas' like history at first, being
we shall die for you. They did take it like way too overboard. Dude's taking a shit. He opens the door and fucking kills a bug and then closes the door. His stomach growls and all of a sudden there's food there. He finishes his food and puts it down. The second he puts it down, it's gone. I'd freak out too. I would not be down with something like that. That's just too overbearing. So I get you, Mr. Samura. I'm on your side here.
They're going over how they know he's not gonna retreat and let them sacrifice their lives. And that's why, like, the solutions and, like, ideas they always come up with are always so compelling in KaguraBachi. Like, setting that up where he won't retreat, so then Uruha's like, well, then I'll draw aggro and pull Samura to me with my aggro.
Yeah, with his bloodlust or whatever, that was dope.
And then, boom, right into the teleportation circle. It's funny. You can just barely see Hakari still there. He is covered up to high heaven trying to hide him. But you can see that little bit of his head.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, you can see his hand right there in his head. And if you go over a little bit, you can see his leg behind Uruha.
And she teleports the three of them.
Oh, yeah. Hey, when they land, too, if you scroll in a little bit, too, he's right there on the ground behind.
Oh, shit, yep.
Still the little details that you miss. And how did I miss this panel? His face, his whole face is right there.
Looking like death itself.
Yes.
As bearers of the enchanted blades, our lives are gravely consequential. Oh, shut up. I don't need a lecture. What I need is this. And Hakari comes in with another cold-looking panel.
Yeah, coughing up more blood and shit.
I love how it just immediately goes into it. The moment it's in Samura's hand, feathers everywhere.
Dude was ready.
It's so fucking cool.
And he's like immediately back to the teleport ring too. So he just fucking zoomed back over there. And then he's just like, you bitches are fired.
I don't know if I'm more or less convinced on who's going to die and live now.
Right? It kind of shook it up. I was like, oh shit. He just got his sword back.
Because they'd have to kill him and get the sword out of there. Rather than just have Uruha's sword, which they still have, be the one that they end up killing and using.
Right.
So now I'm scared for Uruha.
The one we didn't expect to be the one to die. Or maybe it's like I speculated a week or two ago, is that maybe both of them live and it's the other people that die.
Yeah.
But then I feel like that's kind of...
The stuff with Hirohiko is what's got me the most suspicious. Because they even after both his arms being chopped off, they go to the flashback and like the talk of like Yura being like, oh, he'll make a good enchanted blade wielder.
Yeah, I know. Like that.
After
you don't
his arms
say
got
that.
cut off. And then he starts bringing the blade after he loses his arms.
Yeah.
Bro's gonna like paper mache heal those somehow. Like,
but then still someone's got to die for him to use that sword.
It's gonna happen.
I guess.
Feel it in my bones.
But then I'm sitting here like, now that Samura has his enchanted blade, there's nobody there that can kill him.
Yeah, it's gonna take some wild bullshit for that. Like, you already cleared out like all the fodder.
Yeah, it's just that one dude that's sitting up there, and I'm like, I don't think that one dude is taking
and their
on
trump card.
Well, yeah, who knows what maybe the trump card is just like
suicide bombers.
Yeah, or maybe like a mini nuke of those exploding instead of a grenade, like a torpedo.
They like compacted a bunch of them and just
like it's a rocket launcher instead of a grenade or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't think they'd go to nuke levels, but my knowledge of bombs between like grenade, rocket launcher, and nuke is severely lacking.
I only know the scale of the ones I leave in the toilet.
Yes.
One's
sufficient enough to blow up the entire temple without leaving any radioactive fallout. That style bomb.
While still leaving Rokuhiro's blades pristine.
Well, maybe that wasn't because now their trump card would have evolved having that happen without the blade being there, but now it throws a monkey wrench in it. Because that would be smart. You like roll up to like Kabunami HQ and you'll be like, yes, we're super heavily defended. Nuclear warhead. Everyone's dead. Oh, I guess the Shinichi's mine to use now.
Now that you mention it though, I wonder what their trump card is. Because it's probably not going to be a nuke then. Because if they had that kind of firepower, they wouldn't be trembling in their boots at the thought of fighting the HQ without a blade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious.
Curious. I still don't think that it's just like I have a hard time swallowing that pill. Well, because I don't think Shoujo should have done as good as a job he did against those dudes.
Yeah.
With Cloud Gadger. So I don't feel like one of these, especially if they only just get it and they have no time to train with the sword or get used to it. So if one dude gets a sword, he should not be able to take on Kabunami HQ with all those powerhouses or supposed powerhouses that are there. Like all of the... You would think
Maybe the sword is just that much better, though, because they are talking about like trying to break a deadlock with them.
Right. Well, because they have the flame bone, so she's there, and they say her relic is on par with the enchanted sword. But then all of those leader guys, the ones that are judging Chihiro, you would assume that each one of those are like extraordinarily powerful sorcerers. At least in my mind.
I'm sure hope so. They're probably the only reason that they're afraid to attack.
Because maybe if oh shit, I forgot his name. Hisaku leader dude.
Yura. Kevin. Oh wait, no, that's Miri's nickname. John Hishaku. That was their nickname for a while.
Oh,
before
like
we
John
had a
Wick.
name. Yeah, it was just John Hishaku.
Oh well, Yura. I feel like if he got an enchanted blade, which I'm sure he's trying to save himself for the Shinjuichi, but if he got one, then maybe I'd say okay, then he could probably get it in there.
Now you got me even more curious. Why would Yura not take the first enchanted blade for himself, but instead, like, prop up Hirohiko for it? I'm still on the camp we don't know what Yura's sorcery is, and I bet he's not willing to give it up.
It's possible. Or maybe it's like I just said, he's saving himself for the Shinjuichi.
True. He's just like, I want that best one.
Who knows? But what happened, like, because we also don't know if... Well, actually, no. Unless it's because he's Chihiro, but Chihiro has a contract with Enten. But then he just picked up Cloud Gouger off the ground and started using it. So does that mean that anybody can do that? So, like, if...
Yeah, I'm guessing you can have more than one.
Yeah. So it's just whoever picks it up can use it.
I'm guessing it also takes more energy. And I'm basing that off of their original description where you pour the energy into, like, the blade and the blade does, like, the work.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, because say that Yura gets, I don't know, Urahara's sword, right? Or Samura's sword. But then it's like, oh, hey, boss, we succeeded and we killed the Shinjuichi's master. He's like, God damn it. Now I got this sword. Can he also just pick up the Shinjuichi and start using that? But then does that make the other sword useless because now he has to die for someone to use it?
Yeah, I think that would lock two swords to him.
Yeah. Which I'm sure he would be okay with.
I'm sure he would be, but also he might want to spread out the firepower. Yeah. Because we still... It's hard to even say when we still don't know their goals.
Exactly.
Are they profit-driven assholes? Are they Phantom Troop or are they like rebels?
Insurrectionists? Are they fucking just
that's
evil for evil's sake? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's almost with Phantom Troop because they don't have any grand aspirations. They just kind of do crime, profit, leave.
Yeah.
Lots of big questions in the Bachi sector.
The Samura of Death Flag is now at half-mast.
At half-mast. Hopefully next chapter just opens up, he kills Tree Guy. Life goes on.
Yeah, and we keep Samura.
Imagine this killed Hakari.
Oh my god. I would laugh so hard in the shippers' faces.
I'll cry. I am shippers.
But, because if you want to get technical, now the Kabunami has 3 enchanted blades and 3 enchanted blade users. Samura, Chihiro, and technically the Shinjuichi, because they have the blade and the dude.
They're just clearly not willing to unite the two.
Yes. And also the Flamebone Girl, which, again, is relative. So that's 4 to 2.
Fuck is she? Is she at one of the other temples too? Is it literally Shiba's at a temple and she's at the other temple?
How many? Because they showed them. I thought there were other two were together. Is there 2 more or 3 more? There's only be 2 more, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is Shiba at one of those, and then Hiyuki's at the other one of those?
Well, what you really should have done is just sent Mr. Shiba there, and he just holds the dude, and he teleports back to HQ, and then you get...
Yeah, and then starts working his way towards whoever's
else.
next, yeah.
Because, I swear I saw a panel when it showed them, the other two, because one's a girl and one's, I feel like,
he looks like a
dude.
fish marketer.
Yeah.
He's got like the rope thing, rope headband.
Yeah, and I swore they were together, unless they just put them together to show them. But I thought they were together at the same temple, like how Urahara was brought to Samora, but I don't know, I could be wrong. But yeah, you would think that Kabanami HQ with all their dudes stay there, and you send Flamebone Girl to the other place with some of... Mr. Shiba, though, has been
with the pinnacle of sorcery.
Well, Mr. Shiba's probably not doing anything. Well, he's got to do something.
He's probably doing something on his own.
Yeah, because he even said he's laying low because he parted ways
unamicably.
On poor terms with the Kabanami. So they didn't tell him to go do something, you know? Maybe he's just doing his own thing. Where are you, Mr. Shiba? What are you planning?
Where in the world is Togo Shiba?
What in the world is he planning? Togo Shiba. Togo Shiba. Nice little song we did there. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully his next fight isn't off-screened. Like all of them.
Like all of them, yeah. You see like 3 panels of each thing, and then it's like...
They're defeated.
Next time you see him, it's like, oh, Mr. Shiba won. Oh. Okay, but... Can I watch him win?
No.
Please?
Not at all.
Not allowed.
Oh, we did talk about Kaiju last time, didn't we?
Yeah, because it was Narumi and Hoshina.
Thank God you remembered, because I didn't. Next chapter, tomorrow.
Glorious. So how about that?
Anime or chapter?
Either one. Well, probably the anime first, but
yeah. It was the Ira episode.
Yes.
Well, more the Turbo Granny episode, but both
more
of them.
Turbo Granny, and then the introduction of her, and then I forgot that whole scene of Momo like not refusing to talk to Ken in the classroom. I forgot that whole thing happened.
I forgot everything up until Ira came into frame. I remember everything that happened with their interaction with Ira.
Yeah, I didn't remember the exact thing that they talked about. Like, I didn't remember how they started talking. I was like, oh yeah, he bumped into her. But I remember she played super nice with him, and then when she walked away, she was talking mad shit to him about him to her friends.
Then Momo like, eat this like 50-pound wash pan.
This just fell out of the sky. What happened? Momo's got to protect her man, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That look over the shoulder back at Ira.
Especially how, like... I'll save that, actually. I'll save that for the manga section, but...
This is so cute. Me and my partner are just, like, wiggling, like, oh, they're so cute. And, like,
Momo and Ken?
Yeah, like, Ken, like, walking up, hiding, being like, is she there? Is she here?
It's like that video I sent you. I know it's Kevin Hart, but I don't know what movie it's from. When the one I sent you, where he jumps on Momo when she comes in, they're like, back,
yeah,
back, heathen. This is my girl. I did like that. That was cool.
It was so cute. Them walking around trying to find each other. The bump kiss.
Yeah, because we saw in the trailers for next week that one of the balls comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
But
and Ira shows her crazy side. Which, to be fair,
They
if someone psychically dropped something mad fucking heavy on me, I'd probably think they're a demon too.
Chest exerciser. It's gonna be fun.
And then the back half of the episode. You're right. Well, actually, I don't know what they said in the subtitles. They were calling him a rotten tangerine in the fucking dub. When she's smacking Ken to get the Turbo Granny out of him.
Oh, nice.
It's like, get out here, you rotten tangerine.
The dubs are caught up to...
Yeah, they're simul-dub.
Oh.
Isn't that fucking wonderful?
For you, yes.
Yeah, it sure is.
Well, that's how...
Kaiju
number 8,
yeah.
like I say, because when I first saw that it was on, when I went to go watch it on Saturday morning, it was like, oh, Kaiju comes out in 2 hours or whatever. So I played some games and came back, and I clicked on it just to watch it. Ended up catching it live. It was happening live, so it was halfway in the episode, and it was, when I clicked on it, it was in English. So I was like, oh, I'm changing that.
I've been very thrilled. It's still holding up. It's still been a really good performance. It's all around.
Nice.
And all I ask is people fucking act. Like, actually act. Don't read the lines. Actually act, and that's what they're doing. So.
Yeah, no, the Japanese voice actors are killing it right now. So, especially for Momo and Ken. So.
Yeah. The most important part for both sides.
Yes. I mean, if a side character has a bad vocals or a bad voice actor or someone that's not giving heart to it, it's whatever. You can get over it. But if one of the main casts...
I need them to be locked in, and I need Gigi to be locked in for his arc, at least.
Yeah, Gigi's a very expression-filled person, you know.
He also varies wildly,
yes.
just like the voice actors we're talking about. And I just think for his emotional arc, it's going to be so important that voice actor nails it.
Agreed. I don't even know who it is, so I'll find out.
Neither. Well, yeah, because he's not in the anime yet.
I'm just worried. We're on episode 5 or 6? 5. So this,
5,
yeah. So, I mean, we should, because you got... Next episode is going to be... Alright, spoilers, anime people. Spoilers for the next, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes of Dandadan. Basic premise stuff.
5, 4, 3, 2,
1. Spoilers. Alright, so next episode is going to be probably the entire Iris stuff. She's going to try and... Well, maybe not the entire thing.
Not the entire. It's going to cover from it starting to the ghost being revealed. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, and the next episode will be...
The actual fight with the said ghost.
But then there's 2 things, because then there's Loch Ness and then something else before you get to Gigi.
The anatomical model.
Yes.
Because they need that to seal the evil eye later. So I don't remember the exact order, but I would bet some goddamn money that it's going to be finish the Iris stuff, 1 or half an episode to the anatomical model going into Loch Ness, because the Loch Ness stuff ends with them getting a cow for the shrimp guy, because he needs the cow to bring back to his family.
Yes.
So, because that is all going to have to get established before they leave.
Yeah, because then I would be devastated if the last episode is Gigi's character being introduced. He's definitely
going to be in this half of this core, or whatever you want to fucking call it, because he was shown in all of the promotional material.
And he's in the opening.
So we definitely know they're going to meet him and see him in school. Because he did that little fingery thing in the promotional material in a class hallway.
I love Gigi.
And if what I heard is true, another 12 episodes will be dropping next year.
Glorious. It'd probably be at the same time though, fall.
Yeah.
Fall area. Yeah, probably.
Or if it is strictly cores, they might take 1 season off, come back. Depends on their schedule, really. Because they're clearly not, I don't want to say published, but grouped with a lot of other companies, because they're putting it out on 4 streaming services.
Dandadan is?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's fucking everywhere.
Netflix,
Crunchyroll. I'm pretty sure Hulu also.
Which means Disney as well.
Yeah.
Nice. love to see it. I think that all anime should be that way.
It's true.
I hate licensing where it's like you can only... I mean, I get it for like Tower of God, for example, because the Crunchyroll team that's actually producing / animating it or whatever.
Yeah.
They are
obviously the same with Netflix originals, but that's what the license get
like
even shakier because are you gonna tell Disney to put their stuff on other platforms? Because it's the same thing. It's their original content, the same way a Crunchyroll original would be or a Netflix original would be.
Yeah, but what original content does Disney have?
Everything they own and make.
Yeah, but Disney, I mean anime-wise.
Not anime-wise, but I'm saying in general.
Well,
we're talking streaming rights in general. This isn't an anime-only problem.
Well, that's what Disney already does anyway.
Yeah.
You can't get... They pulled all of their shit off Netflix when they made Disney+.
Yeah.
And Hulu, you can... Because Disney owns Hulu, so that's why you can still watch that stuff on Hulu.
Yeah.
Because it's their stuff. But what I'm saying is because, like... Mappa doesn't have their own streaming service, you know what I mean? So if Mappa...
Thank God.
If Mappa makes...
Give them like 2 more years.
I wouldn't buy it.
It's the only way they'd break even at that point.
I know, right? Because Mappa puts out JJK.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll has no claim to JJK. Well, JJK is also a bad example because it's so big, so it's on everything, you know what I mean?
No, that's why I'm wondering if some of these are just... Are people willing to throw money at it?
Yeah.
Like, if Netflix isn't willing to throw money at Konosuba, Crunchyroll is going to be the only place that shows it.
Yeah. Which I get it, because they, like, the people that made Konosuba and all those, like, the licensing is Crunchyroll pays Konosuba to put it on their platform, so now Konosuba makes the money that they put into... spending to make the product, you know.
But I'm wondering if the bone to pick would actually be with Crunchyroll for how their contracts are. Like maybe some of them would open up to more streaming services for more money if Crunchyroll wasn't stopping them, or is the reality they're not getting any offers from other streaming services because why would Netflix invest money into
we should
smaller
state too
properties?
that this is totally a U.S. problem because Crunchyroll's not all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, it is, but there are other streaming services that are in other countries that aren't here. So.
And I'm going to also preface this that this is all speculating.
Yes, of our very limited knowledge.
But that's would be my guess. Is part of the contract.
I just wish that more animes had more access for more people.
Yeah, I don't know how Dandadan specifically pulled it off.
On an official level.
Yeah.
So that you can watch it in the highest quality that it is presented in without fucking ads, because you can watch whatever the fuck you want. It's the easiest thing in the world. Go to Google, type watch Dandadan episode 1.
Yeah.
And 6 pirate websites will show up at the top of the list. You click one and you watch. But you might have trouble clicking on that video because there might be an ad overlaid on top of the play button. So you're going to be clicking on pop-ups and there's going to be stuff. But once you get the video player, usually it's good. But getting in there, you're going to have ads all over the place.
I'm never going to do that on my laptop. That's my baby. It's going to be in a quarantine box away from the rest of the internet.
But then you also have the issue of, like, sometimes you'll get that and it means that someone had to fan sub it or... the video quality is lower because
they took a video of a television screen.
I haven't seen that like for forever.
So I've always saw that for like the theater releases.
So there's ways to pirate everything.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice if you didn't have to. But anyway, that's just my little tangent on that.
Slapsolutely.
But
back half of the episode, still.
Yes.
Turbo Granny. All the anime onlys finally got to meet what the cat in the ending is.
Yeah, right. I actually don't think my wife has seen the episode yet, so she hasn't.
She hasn't
seen that yet.
Ooh.
I don't think so, unless she watched it and just didn't tell me about it, like didn't bring it up or whatever. But yes,
Okuran transforming on his own.
A heart. He's so cool, man. I fucking love that design, and they did the colors so perfectly.
Color in general in
it
this
just
anime
looks
is fantastic.
Because I was a little worried. Well, not really, actually, because it's just black with some red, so you can't really fuck that up. But,
just making it look as cool as it is
in the manga, yeah. Just so, and there's a lot of transformations. Like Evil Eye is fucking fire, but isn't Evil Eye? I feel like Evil Eye is actually colorful, isn't it? I feel like there was a color page spread with Evil Eye. I'm gonna look it up right now. Evil Eye. Yeah, he's more like a purple, and see, he's more
drooped out.
Yeah, he's more colorful. That's only on like the top half.
Yeah, from the pictures I've seen.
I forget that he walks around in his underwear.
God, I can't fucking wait, man.
Oh my god, this panel. I forgot about this. So good. Chapter 111. We'll kill you, all of you. I'm saving this fucking picture. Probably have it screenshotted on my phone already, but you know what? Now we got it twice. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure that is how the season's going to end up going. Because it'll be a lot smoother if they end the season before they go to Gigi's hometown. Because then you're going to have to do the Gigi stuff, the worm, the Evil Eye stuff, and then all the fall off from that.
Yeah.
There's going to be the Gigi gags after.
Because the Gigi... I mean, maybe I just remembered. But the Gigi arc, I felt like, was longer. Like, the first... It's longer than Turbo Granny. It's longer than Ira. Loch Ness is like a chapter or two, and so is the autonomous thing, which is a chapter or two.
It's going to be the longest ones. And again, there's some bleed over to that, too. It doesn't just...
Because they don't fully resolve it. They just trap it.
He's pretty much cursed after.
Yeah.
It is a consistent problem. I still remember my favorite gag when, like, one drop of soy sauce touches him and he's flipping a fucking table.
Well, because he has that problem all the way up until the invasion arc.
Yeah. So there's still
because during the invasion stuff, Evil Eye's trying when Okran unlocks spiral power.
Yeah,
fucking
Evil Eye's like, you owe me a fight.
So it's only relatively recently that Gigi overcame the Evil Eye.
Overcame being a strong word too.
True. Pacified him.
Yeah.
But the chapter was fire.
Chapter was fire.
You know, it's not fire though. Ira, back the fuck up off my moor.
I thought you meant her not being on fire.
Oh.
Like literally.
Yes.
But yeah, she's getting a little close there.
Very close. I love Gigi's face when he sees her. She's like, "Oh, so sexy."
I love Gigi calling Vobula Vam Vam.
Yes. And then my boy Kinta, Kinta showing his worth.
That was like my one spoiler for the chapter was Kinta being useful.
You shit on him all the time.
I do.
My boy Kinta, bringing more to the table than Ira.
I do love that the pygmies were like, at least, not so sorry that they're like unsewing everybody up.
Yeah, they're just like apologizing. Momo's standing in front of them. They're trying to talk to her, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't know what you're saying."
Oh my fucking god! Fucking useless squad. Yeah, it tickles.
Oh yeah. And then my boy Kinta is just like, "Nope, I got a jet-propelled fucking hoverboard."
Come to think of it, Vam Vam.
And how are they gonna tug at my fucking thing? It's like, all right, fuck this goth, emo, the ring bitch.
Yeah.
I want this fucking doctor.
Though I'm very suspicious of that doctor.
Me too, but I want that doctor. As in me.
I'm almost wondering if it's like Saint Germain in some sort of disguise or transformation power.
Or an ally of Saint Germain, but I don't know if he has those things.
Because it's got to be something, because she's in empty space right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%, yeah. Well, because I thought it was Saint Germain at first because it was just
I also saw
silhouetted.
Saint Germain at first too.
And then you see her.
Kind
and
of
I'm
trench
like,
coaty too.
Mm-hmm. Watch it actually be him. Let me see.
I'm thinking it is him, and like probably has like a ghost to change his appearance, maybe.
Yeah, because you look at. Oh no, she still got the same thing. But like when I first, because when I first saw this, it looked more masculine to me. But now that I look deeper at it, it does look like it is just her.
I'm still dropping that
blob,
guard.
Yeah, this one down here, you can't see shit. That's nothing. That's just a blob of darkness. But no, I'm with you there. She's obviously protecting this bitch.
Which that alone wouldn't be too problematic, but it's the fact that she's doing it inside empty space.
Yes. So we'll see. It's obviously something to do with Saint Germain, whether it's Saint Germain himself, an ally of Saint Germain, or maybe it's just another person that he's manipulating, like this other schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Because she's obviously being manipulated. She ain't. Well, I mean, she does.
Be shoring up allies.
She looks crazy, but not like. I don't see her just being a bad guy for bad guy's sake.
Yeah, we're definitely waiting on some more backstory there.
Yeah.
We only got the first sprinkle of it. I'm not sure if we mentioned it in that little sprinkle. Do you remember how it showed her holding a trophy?
Vaguely, yes.
Right next to her was totally Ira.
Was it?
Yeah, it was absolutely Ira. If I could... Oh, gosh. Probably when this started.
Was it not this chapter?
No. It was whenever they showed that tiny, tiny bit of backstory for the goth girl.
Oh, God. I mean, you were talking like, what, five chapters now that you'd have to scroll through to try and see whatever that was?
I'm on it. I'm working on it. I think I just opened the same chapter twice, though, so I'm not working very good. Oh, wait, I think it is this chapter.
I love Kinta's fucking little daydream that he was having in this chapter. Tell me that you love me. Say it. And it's Vamala, Ira, and Momo all blushing in his mind. This is funny.
You know, you mentioned before that we never, like, explicitly saw, like, Germain giving her orders.
Yeah, it's some dude in a fucking locker.
And we also never explicitly saw that it was Germain blackmailing her. When the person gave her the knife that he uses. Mm-hmm. What if it's like he did get the nurse girl on his side and the nurse girl is the one that's like puppeteering her? Okay, but yeah, here. Is that not definitely Ira's fucking haircut?
No, yeah, totally is.
We're getting more. We're absolutely going to get more about this.
Whatever this is, yeah, no.
I can't take credit for that, though. Someone on Twitter pointed it out first. But god damn it, I would have noticed. How dare
you steal someone else's theory?
Some Twitter person's observation.
Why don't you think for yourself?
I'm just too appreciative. I can't let it go.
And you're not even going to source them.
But yeah, that's if I'm not appreciative enough to source them. Start screenshotting usernames.
Start just sourcing the wrong people.
I start screenshotting them all and just mix them all up.
People just start getting berated for shit takes. Like, I never said that.
War Devil on Twitter said about Astro Baby.
So in other news, you have come to the light and have gotten free trial, but Prime Video. So,
which I mean, I was getting it regardless. The free trial is kind of gravy.
Are you getting it now? I'm pretty sure Prime Video has its own subscription, but it's just given to people that have Amazon Prime. You getting Amazon Prime, or you getting a subscription for Prime Video?
I went onto Amazon and hit the Prime thing.
Okay.
And I followed its instructions.
So then you have Amazon Prime then. So you get free shipping on things you buy on Amazon. So worth for people that buy a lot of shit on Amazon, like myself.
I don't.
Not
well,
so
when I buy things, it is on Amazon, but I don't buy things often.
I buy more than enough to where the point that the amount I save on shipping far outweighs the amount that I'm actually paying a year, because I pay yearly.
Yeah.
It's just in one payment for Amazon Prime. So,
nice.
like, we're buying things on Amazon all the time. Like, we're like, oh, we need this stupid little thing. We forgot to get it at the store. Amazon will be here tomorrow.
Christmas and manga. That's about it.
Christmas, actually, surprisingly, not so much. Because me and my wife will just go to, like, a Walmart or a Target and do most of it there. Sometimes for some of the nieces and nephews, we'll do something there on Amazon, because it's just way bigger of a selection than a store or a super center, shopping center. So, yeah. But anyway, you got the Prime Video, and you started watching the Fallout series.
Yes. And we watched a Ghibli movie.
Oh, nice.
I forgot about that, actually.
I came home from work today, and my wife was watching Howl's Moving Castle with my son.
Nice. I still haven't seen it.
Watch Howl's Moving Castle. It's on Amazon Prime. Oh, she mentioned it, though, because she's like, I didn't know they had it. It's on... Well, you actually do have it, because you have HBO Max.
Yes.
It's on Max. All the Ghibli movies are on Max.
That must have been where we actually watched it.
Because you can view Max stuff through Prime Video as well. That's how I'm watching Doctor Who and how I was watching Uzumaki.
We were about to watch Totoro, and we decided to watch a different Ghibli movie instead. It was called Poko. It's about raccoons and society taking away their natural habitat.
Oh. She watched Howl's Moving Castle and then some something about cats.
The Cat Returns?
I think so. It was a Ghibli movie about cats and a girl.
I think it was The Cat Returns.
Turns into a cat.
Ghibli in the air.
A furry.
I'm probably going to try to keep the ball rolling and just try to, roll through Ghibli's catalog.
I mean, because I've seen, the big ones. I haven't seen My Neighbor Totoro, but I've seen Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke.
I've seen 2 of those 3.
I feel like there's a third big one that I'm just missing.
No, those are the big 3.
Fourth big one, I'm sorry. Because I own all 3 of those on DVD.
Totoro, I would say, would be the other big one.
And then there's that other one that the something about the sky.
Nausicaa in the Sky.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
And The Boy and the Heron, because that came out last year.
No, the new one. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I recommend it. It's a Ghibli movie.
Yeah, so we've seen the same amount of Ghibli movies. Just I've seen Howl's Moving Castle and you haven't.
No. Well, now I saw Poko.
So you've seen more than me. But no, Howl's Moving Castle is good, especially when you realize that. I just love that this is a thing to me. It's just a trivia that I just find fascinating, that Christian Bale is the voice actor for Howl in Howl's Moving Castle in the dub. And it's just I've known that for a while. And Howl's Moving Castle that was a long time ago. And to have a big name, this dude played Batman.
Yeah.
And I wonder actually when Howl's Moving Castle came out. I'm going to look it up because I want to see how close to the Batman trilogy that was. Because that's 3 movies that took years. You know what I mean? Those just didn't come out back to back to back. So let's see. Let's type in Howl's Moving Castle 2004.
I was going to say, I actually had no frame of reference when all these Ghibli movies came out.
And the first Dark Knight movie was 2008. No, that's the Dark Knight. That's the one with the Joker.
Yeah, you want Begins.
What was it? Batman Begins?
I think it is Begins.
2005. So literally a year later, fucking Howl is Batman. And he did Patrick Bateman in American Psycho before he was Batman, so he did that. So from American Psycho to a Ghibli
you want
movie.
That guy?
Yeah, right. So I just a little piece of trivia that I find fascinating. But no, that movie's pretty good.
Probably
I'd rank
next one I watch.
Third among the 3. I put Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, then Howl's. But not to say that Howl's is bad.
Yeah.
It's really good. Just Princess Mononoke is the best.
The best.
It's just the best.
Easily. Hands down.
Yeah.
Where else could my young mind see someone get both their arms ripped off by an arrow?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my wife actually watched Spirited Away again recently with my son, too. I say recently, it's probably like 2 months ago, but recent enough. Yeah. But, no, Ghibli movies are good. Anime movies are good in general. I just feel like it's so much harder to find them on streaming services than other, like, actually just regular anime.
I can't think of any that I'm... But that's the thing, they're not being advertised at me either.
I saw... the last one I watched was pretty good, but I just don't remember his name. It was something like... It had a tunnel that you could go in, and when you were in there, you get to see, the main character is going in there to talk to his little sister who had died years ago. But he spent 3 minutes in the cave the first time, and when he came out, it was a full day. So, the cave has time dilation in it, and at one point in the movie, he just tries to go as deep. Him and one other girl meet, and they figure out the cave together, and they're both working to learn how the timing works. And at some point he just goes in there and he spends years in there, real lifetime. But it was a good movie. Something about summer. I don't know, it's a long name.
Summertime Rendering?
No, that's an anime that I binged.
My brain knew it, but my lips still said it.
I binged Summertime Rendering in 2 days and still haven't watched the last episode.
Damn.
Same with Heavenly Delusions on Hulu. I watched the first 6 episodes of that straight and then just never went back.
Damn.
Because it's on Hulu, and the only thing I opened Hulu for is Bleach. And then
you just have to open it again.
Yeah, but then I go on there and I look and I'm like, oh, Summertime Rendering. Oh, Heavenly Delusion. Oh, Undead Unluck. Just sitting there and continue watching.
Oh, how did I forget? You still haven't fucking caught up to Undead Unluck. I still can't talk about my actual gripes, which don't even overshadow how great I think it is, though.
Nice. It'll happen. All it's going to take is I mean, it's still too early, but I don't know anything in the winter season that's coming out. So when there's I'm right
sure
now,
there'll be something new and flashy.
Yeah, but right now there's 6 things
20 words in its title.
Because I got Bleach, Dandadan, and fucking ReZero right now. They're just those are my immediate go-tos. Gotta watch those every week. You know what I mean? Those big titles. And then Ari Fureta is out, and Danmachi, but I'm a whole season behind on Danmachi, so I need to get on that.
Instead of Undead Unluck.
Or both. Well, Danmachi is probably going to take me longer to watch because that's on High Dive, which I can only watch on my phone.
Yeah.
So it's more likely that I would watch Undead Unluck on my TV than I would load up Danmachi on my phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, High Dive. It's time. Put an app on PlayStation. You would make so much money. There would be so many. Your subscription base would grow so big. Because if you can get it on PlayStation, then you could definitely. I feel like getting it on PlayStation is no more well, maybe it is more or less difficult than putting something on Xbox. You know what I mean? But once you get it on one of them, I feel like it should be relative to get it on the other one.
Yeah. No clue in that one.
Neither do I. But that'd be nice. Because there's a lot of stuff in there that I am interested in watching, but again, it's on my phone. It's not... Watching stuff on my phone is not something small screen.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I watched Oshinoko on it.
But it's less investing.
Yes. And again, you're at home. Why do you want to sit down on your couch and whip out your phone to watch something when you have your TV right there? It's just way more immersive.
That's something I do for work, and if I'm doing it at work, I'm not going to watch anime because I'm not going to be reading the subtitles. Or even dubbed, I want to be watching.
Yeah.
The whole reason I watch dubbed is so my eyes can watch the screen better.
I want to learn Japanese so that I can not read subtitles, but still watch in Japanese. One Piece should be back this weekend too with the anime because they took a week off.
I can look forward to One Piece tirades.
Well, I mean, the manga's coming back too, but it's it's the Fishman Island arc starting, and I'm interested in seeing how they're gonna handle it. I mean, the Fishman Island arc isn't. There's some cool moments in it because you get some of the worlds building that the whole time skip kind of builds off of. Like the beginning seeds are kind of planted in Fishman Island, but like the overall plot of Fishman Island isn't too engaging, I guess you could say. It's also too because it's right off the heels of the time skip, so like the only person that struggles in their fight is Luffy, and that's only because only part he struggles is because he's in the water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like earlier in the arc, Zoro almost one-shots the main villain anyway. So like literally it's like no contest for the Straw Hats in Fishman Island. They just like walk all over all of the bad guys. It's just, again, you need Luffy to have some kind of climactic battle that shows intensity.
Why is it the Fishman arc?
Why? As in why?
I thought the anime is like right behind the manga. Oh, they're redoing the Fishman arc.
The anime is on hiatus for new episodes until April. So in that time, Toei reanimated the.
That sounds like the same work. Are they actually on break or not?
The break is specifically to allow the
just
manga
for the manga.
Yes, yeah, and to allow better pace, even better pacing. Yeah. Because of that influx of pushing the chapters further ahead. Because I think they're like, it's got to be somewhere around 50 chapters behind the anime.
Okay.
So they're pretty close. Because usually it was always like, whatever you read in the manga, 1 year later you'll see it in the anime. Give or take. But now they're like, they're trying to fit more into each episode so that it's not as horrible a viewing experience.
Think so.
But this Fishman Island arc, Fishman Island was 52 episodes. Now it's only going to be 20 something, mid-20s. So they cut the episode count in half. So the pacing's going to be way better. But we'll see.
Oh,
yeah. Yes. But yeah, so next season, if there's not much to watch, maybe I'll subsidize some Undead Unluck in there.
Maybe. And quite possibly, if you can, watch Beastars. Because it's back in December.
I forgot about that. I completely forgot about Beastars. Because again, Netflix too. I literally never. I haven't watched anything on Netflix since Nocturne. And then before that, I think for me, I haven't personally opened Netflix for maybe a year before that.
This would be the time to do it, because I think late December is when Beastars comes back.
And it's Netflix to dropping the whole season at once?
Probably. I have no clue. I actually have no clue. Because I feel like...
I don't want you to think, by the way, that I just pay for Netflix just to have it. My wife and my son both watch Netflix all the time.
I pay for Netflix, and I don't think I'm watching anything on it right now.
It's like the most expensive streaming service right now.
I only pay $16 something.
Yeah, but the only other thing that's $16 that I know of is HBO Max.
So it's tied for most expensive.
What?
Technically, YouTube Premium's the most expensive out of all of these, which is insanity. I know. It's so tempting, but I still am doing it.
I don't pay for it though.
I know.
Because one of my
fucking jealous.
One of my close buddies at work got it, and he put his whole family on it. And because it was at the time when he got me into watching all the murder documentaries while at work, so that's not something you watch, you listen to it. So I'd put it on my toolbox and like with Bluetooth, but then I had to get ads and stuff. But he had an open slot, so he was like, "You want me to add your account to my?" I was like, "Yes." Instead
of having like a tip jar on the counter, I'm gonna have like a sign that says, "Do you have YouTube Premium?" Pouty face.
Can I join?
Ooh woo, fingers together.
Because I think you can have 5 accounts. Yeah, it has to be because it's him, his wife, and 2 kids.
These mobile ads are killing me, bro.
I don't have any ads at all.
They're so brutal, dude.
And I can clock my phone.
Oh,
that's the best thing for it. Because my old phone, we listen to music when we go to bed, and I use my phone for that. And the majority of what we listen to is like Lord of the Rings music, specifically like it's like a 2-hour video of the Shire theme. And on my old phone, it was 3 years ago now or whatever, it because what I would do is I had to leave the phone open. I couldn't lock it because of YouTube.
Yeah.
So I just put it face down. But it burned the image of that into my phone. So if I opened something and you got a white screen for a second, you could see the video thing, and the title of the video was burned into the screen of my phone.
Oh my god.
I could never notice it if something was on my screen. So if I'm flipping through like Facebook or Twitter or Reddit or whatever I was doing, or on YouTube, you'd never notice. It was just when you go to open an app and you get that white screen for half a second.
It'd have like the phantom.
Yeah, it was very dull, but you could definitely see it there. But now I can just lock my phone and the YouTube video still plays. Saves battery life too.
Yeah, I have to leave mine open.
No, it's YouTube Premium is definitely.
I would get my money's worth more than any streaming service. But it's more expensive than every streaming service I pay for.
Just get rid of Netflix and subsidize it for YouTube Premium.
My partner's watching something on it. He's watching Sweet Tooth. I'm pretty sure he's still watching that.
Are there any other subs that you just don't watch?
No. There just actually isn't. I just started using Hulu again, and my mom uses my Hulu. And then he pays for Max, and we use Max. I cut Disney out of my Hulu bundle at least. Because I'm like, I'm straight up not using it. I need to get this fucking... No matter how little is on top.
I paid the base Hulu, so I have ads on my Hulu.
They're not unbearable. All of the streaming services,
the longest
ad versions aren't bad.
The longest ads is a minute and a half. It's whatever.
My Amazon trial has ads.
Ooh, gross.
Isn't that awful?
Gross.
They're also really short, though. It's like 3 2-minute ad breaks.
Sometimes I will get an ad for an Amazon thing, but it's only when I first click on something. And it's always a short ad, like a 20, 25-second ad.
Probably a promo for something of theirs, too.
Yeah. And then it'll go, and then I'll watch a whole episode. There'll be no ads or whatever.
Yeah, we only get 3 2-minute ad breaks, which is so livable.
Well, I need to get rid of this Paramount Plus, because we have that right now, and we only got it.
Garbage.
Well, maybe we'll... I don't know, because...
I need it only for all of their Star Trek shows. But I'm waiting till we're ready to like binge Star Trek.
Then get rid of it until you're ready.
Yeah.
But we got
I mean, we don't have it now. I'm saying we need it eventually for that.
Isn't it sad everyone got streaming services because it was cheaper than cable, but now you have so many streaming services that you're paying like double than what you paid for cable back in the day?
I don't believe that. I think it's still probably... It's
probably cheaper.
It's probably cheaper than what cable was when we dropped it off.
Well, because cable back... I believe when my mom had cable back in the day, she was paying... But it had home phone integrated, but it was like a little over $100.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we were paying like $140 for a cable.
And there's no way you have... Because that would mean you have 10 $14 streaming services.
Yeah, it's just not true.
But Paramount Plus we had for the Sonic movies.
That would do it.
For my son. He loves Sonic. But, because we've been thinking about, like, well, now that we have the baby, we don't know if we would be able to. There's a 0% chance my wife lets anybody watch the baby for an extended time. Because we thought about bringing him to the movies when the Shadow movie comes out.
Yeah.
The third Sonic movie. But then again, I don't know how he would... We've never brought him somewhere where he has to sit in public for a full time. Maybe because it's a Sonic movie, he would be fine, but I don't know. It's probably
so nerve-wracking, yeah.
Yeah, because we couldn't bring the baby into that. You know, there's no way the baby would go 2.5 hours without crying.
No way.
Needing diaper changes, and you know, I mean, it's just, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
So, we might just end up waiting until it comes to Paramount Plus for him to watch. Dope that Keanu Reeves.
I was gonna say Keanu on the small screen.
Or, well, big screen, but yes.
Well, small screen
for me.
Yeah.
But no, the movie looks dope. The Shadow movie. All of the Sonic movies are really good.
I still haven't seen the first one, but the second one was really good. Besides the horrible, horrible human plotline.
Oh yeah, the wedding stuff.
Mm-hmm. Terrible.
Garbage. You're right. First, the only thing though is sometimes the acting of the two adoptive Sonic parents is kind of bad, but I'm like, whatever, it's a kid show.
Yeah.
I can't be.
Most of their performance is fine. It's just that the written plot itself was like, ugh.
Whenever they react to him fighting, it's like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's kind of cringe.
Yeah.
Because they're looking at a blue screen, a green screen or whatever, if that, you know what I mean? They're just looking out into dead space.
Whoa.
So they might not even know what's actually happening at that time because it's done in post-production, but...
Guys, I'm going to need you to look up in awe for about 20 seconds. Thank you.
So, but whatever. Fuck it.
Nope. Gonna make gangbusters.
I've been like binging the shit out of Doctor Who. I'm actually sad that I won't be watching it today. So, I think I'm just all set with Uzumaki. I don't think I'm going to return to that.
Good choice.
So, see, here's the thing with Doctor Who, though, because there's, at the bare minimum, 2 seasons that are not on Prime Video. Because it covers all, the Prime Video I've seen up to, like, what seasons when I was checking out, it goes up to when the female Doctor happened.
Yep.
But then I know David Tennant comes back for at minimum 1 season. I don't remember how many he comes back for, if it's 1 or 2 seasons. And then the current Doctor Who is the black actor. And he has at least 1 season. I don't know if it's airing right now or what, but so those 2 seasons.
I'm out of the loop with Whovians, man. Wow, I didn't know that much time passed.
Yeah. It's good, though. I'm really liking it. So
I should buy one of the magic Doctor Who decks.
Is it Doctor Who magic? I mean, I shouldn't be surprised.
Yes, they sure are. I think it's a Commander Dex thing. Like the Fallout set was.
Was the TARDIS do? I gotta find out.
There's definitely going to be a magic card for it.
Oh, yeah. You can't not. Magic the Gathering. TARDIS. It's an artifact. Vehicle. Flying. Whenever TARDIS attacks, if you control a Time Lord, the next spell you cast this turn has Cascade, and you may planeswalk.
And you
may planeswalk. That's a different... Yeah, dude, that's
see this thing real quick.
Planeswalk is that set with the fucking...
there's multiple of these. To make sure it wasn't just like a fan-made card, but no, that's like 3 versions I've seen now.
What was the other effect that it said on it?
Crew 2.
Oh, Crew 2.
Which is
how you use vehicles, yeah.
I love how it explains crewing, but doesn't explain planeswalking. Thanks, wizards.
Let's see what other cards are here.
I know a lot of the doctors, because one of the starter decks is doctors. One of them is Daleks. I said starter decks, I meant commander decks.
Whenever you attack, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. Put 3 time counters on it. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend.
Oh, that's hot.
Timey-wimey for 7 colorless. Time travel 3 times. Activate only as a sorcery. For each suspended card you own and each permanent you control with a time counter on it, you may add or remove a time counter. Then do it 2 more times. He's a 3/5 for 5 color for 5 mana.
Oh, there's a whole new set of creatures recently that have time counters too.
The 12th Doctor. The first spell you cast from anywhere other than your hand each turn has demonstrate. When you cast this spell, you may copy it. If you do, choose an opponent to also copy it. A copy of a permanent spell becomes a token. Whenever you copy a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on the 12th Doctor.
I would love that. That sounds like a gaggle of fun.
On the 11th Doctor, 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue, 3/2. I am talking. He totally says that all the time. Whenever the 11th Doctor deals combat damage to a player, you may exile a card from your hand with a number of time counters on it equal to its mana value. If it doesn't have suspend, it can suspend. 2 colorless. Target creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. Cool.
I'm gonna get you a Doctor's Commander deck for Christmas.
Oh, when the first Doctor enters, search your library and or graveyard for a card named TARDIS. Reveal it, put it into your hand. Whenever you cast a spell with Cascade, put +1/+1 counter on target artifact or creature. And literally everything, the TARDIS gives everything Cascade. So
Cascade's so fun. That all sounds fun. Suspending, cascading.
oh, this card might be for you. When the 8th Doctor enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. Once during each of your turns, you may play a historic land or cast a historic permanent spell from your graveyard. If you do, it gains. If this permanent would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else.
I do like that.
Yeah, no, that's kind of cool. But
I like the universes beyond stuff for Commander. Because I feel like that's what Commander's all about, is just geeking out about the dude you pick.
I will say, though, it's the Doctor Who one. It's literally, all of the artwork is literally just redrawings of the actors. Yeah. Like, none of the other crossovers are like that. They always do their own twist on the art.
Yeah.
Which is whatever, but...
Actually, the developers, Wizards, unveiled some of the art for the Final Fantasy set coming up, and oh my god.
Oh, I did see that.
It's stunning.
Kefka looks fucking amazing.
I'm so excited. Right after I watched it, I turned to my partner and said, that's what I want for my birthday next year. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, Final Fantasy Magic cards. Comes out a week before my birthday.
And that Sulk looks awesome, too. It just sucks that they're going to be expensive.
Oh, they are.
And I'd like to buy them for collectibles to like hang on a wall just for the artwork.
I'd say pull packs. Because they're going to be standard legal, so they're not going to be extra expensive. They'll probably be the standard price of a card pack.
But they're not going to be in this regular... You're not going to be able to pull those, and you need to buy a Final Fantasy pack, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying those...
All the cards I would want, though, are going to be, like,
the whole
mythics.
Set's going to be Final Fantasy, though.
True.
So it's like, even as you're pulling garbage pulls, it's like, Fira. You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, for a burn spell, or like a Chocobo, Cactar, Moogle.
Stuff there for a Final Fantasy fan.
Because... Like you said, there's still that one more card of I just need to decide whatever it is and actually do the work. But like all the classic Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I have, I wanted to build a poster of it. And then I could do the same for Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards or something, you know. Not that I have anywhere to hang it right now, but
still.
It's just a project that I'd like to do someday.
Because I'm definitely going to be pulling on those.
I was actually very sad to hear that was real, the Final Fantasy one, but...
I'm excited for that one and that one alone.
I just find that it's weird that it's going into standard.
I also find it super weird. And as much as I'm okay with it for Final Fantasy, I'm not going to be okay with it for Spider-Man. And I found out after, the last time I talked about it, that it came with other news. that half of the standard product that's going to be coming out is going to be crossovers. So for every one regular Magic set, there's going to be one Universes Beyond set. And that part is the part that actually, like, turns my stomach a little bit.
Yeah, I think it should be its own. It should just be like.
Am I gonna bash
crossovers
against Spider-Man in the same fucking year? Like.
Yeah. Well, standard is going to. All the standard sets are going to be up to 5 years now. You said something like that.
The newest core set is 5 years, but they also expanded standard to be 2 years now. So even the other sets, there's more of them now. Which, to be fair, I like that change because that means like less of like a meta heavy deck because there's just so many more decks.
There's more build variety for standard. Because at this point, modern is just so huge.
Yeah,
there's a bazillion and a half sets that are in modern, and you're always stuck with just like 2-3 sets in standard.
Yeah, I find it a lot less choking now. So that when 3 or 4 sets all drop out at once, I still have a huge card pool to play with.
Yeah, because say you're really enjoying a deck in standard, right? And you're doing really good with that deck in standard, but then it drops out of standard, and you wanted to try that deck against the new standard stuff. Be like, oh, no, I can't. But you can't take your deck that just dropped from standard to go to modern, because modern decks would obliterate whatever deck you just built from a standard. Because now you'd have to edit that deck heavily with all the modern cards that are going to be better than what
all
standard
the staples.
had.
Now you need to put your Thought Seizes if it's black.
Yeah.
Counterspell itself if it's blue.
Wild stuff, man.
Yeah. So there's like parts of it I really like. I would like the idea of a 5-year core set too. Because that's how the game should be. There should be like a really obvious entry point of what basic Magic is, and then you can like do the fancier sets.
They're reprinting like crazy cards too for standard, like you said, Progenitus,
Darksteel Colossus, Doubling Season.
Well, yeah, I have 2 Doubling Seasons, I think.
I think I sold. If I had any, I definitely sold mine.
I should sell them now before they go into standard, get reprinted, and their price plummets.
Especially with 5 years, if they print it the whole time, that shit is gonna plummet. Consuming Aberration.
Darksteel Colossus, though, isn't that bad. He's just a 10-10 trample. I mean, 10-10 indestructible.
Yeah, but I can't wait to regenerate and get him back from my graveyard for 5 mana on my opponent's end step.
Yeah, because I think he's 11 colorless, or 12 colorless.
Yeah. There's currently that's what the thing is with some of these cards that are really powerful from older sets is in current standard they're not going to be as strong as like those days anyways.
Well, what about Progenitus?
Progenitus is the only exception to that rule.
Getting him for 5 colors from your graveyard? What?
You can't for that one.
Oh, because protection from everything.
And I think he shuffles himself when he goes into graveyard.
I think you're right. But protections wouldn't work in a graveyard, though, would it?
I have no clue, but again, I think he can't go to graveyard is the problem.
Right, so say just random other card. What card color are you targeting in graveyard? I assume black.
Yeah, it's black.
Okay, so if something in your graveyard had protection from black, could you bring it to the battlefield with that spell?
I still think so.
Because I feel like protections are only
when they're
on the battlefield.
I think so. But like
either way, someone's gonna find some way to get fucking Progenitors on the battlefield and like turn 3 or 4 and then just win.
Yeah.
Next combat.
As I say, with Darksteel Colossus being like 11 mana for like an 11/11 indestructible, there's an 8 mana artifact creature right now that when you cast him, destroy target non-land permanent, and when he attacks, destroy target non-land permanent.
I'd rather have that than a fucking.
And he has Unearth, so when he does die and go to my graveyard, I could get him back for 1 more combat later. So yeah, like. Some of these cards have aged out. Like, I'm not actually worried about Doubling Season. Because if I let them have a Doubling Season, that could have been any enchantment that could have ended the game. That's my fault. That I let them have a 5 mana enchantment and didn't have an answer to it.
Yeah, no. Enchantments are so much... Like, you could have so easily gotten away with having no enchantment removal back in the day. But definitely not now. You have to have...
everything.
You have to have some form of permanent removal to get rid of the shit that's just gonna wreck your face. You know what I mean? If left unchecked.
Especially in a big standard like this. Like, I should be playing best of 3 with sideboards and shit. Because that's, like, the most healthy way to play at this point.
I do want to play Magic again. Like, but our Magic. Like, basement Magic. Not on a phone. And not spending money.
Well, that part's always been a part of Magic.
I know. But I mean, we have so many decks. I have so many decks that I could play. Like, we could easily play 3 Magic gaming sessions, and I would be totally fine with how many different decks that I have that I could just cycle through and keep playing something new. You know what I mean? And then each time you play a deck, you're not going to play it the same way each time, because most matches aren't going to go long enough for you to go through your whole deck. Depending on how consolidated the deck is to, like, crunch down.
Certain decks you're just running, like, a practical 12 copies of the same card.
Yeah. But no, I mean, Magic's fun. I had to step away for money, and things were just kind of boring at the time, and I just wasn't, like, hooked. Caldine was the last time I spent money.
And to be fair, we play way less now because opportunity cost, Yeah.
But yeah.
I just want to buy a bunch of Commander precons so that I could just invite people over and have Commander decks for anybody to play.
I have 3 Commander decks.
Maybe I only have 2 now.
Traxa, Progenitus, Kalia, the Dragon Girl, and I think I got rid of my Taijik Commander deck because it was just it was basically a glorified Boros deck.
Yeah, that works though.
Yeah. It did. I mean, I like Taijik as a fucking indestructible double strike, right? No, just
indestructible. He had another effect.
I'm pretty sure it's double strike. Is there the return? I
don't think it's double strike, but he had a wordier effect.
Yes, I'm gonna look it up right now.
It's something about getting +5/+5, probably if you attacks with 2 or more creatures.
Taijik, Blade of the Legion, is indestructible. Battalion, whenever Taijik has at least 2 other creatures attack, he gets +5/+5 on their turn.
I'm awesome.
Yes.
Now,
way better than Legion's Edge, which is just a 3/2 haste with Mentor. But well, that
card is good.
Yeah, prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to other creatures you control.
I actually really liked the Mentor deck then, because that deck had the 2-drop 1/1 Vigilance Double Strike Haste.
Yes.
Wait, no, Vigilance Double Strike Trample. So the goal would always be to mentor that fucking thing.
Always.
Right now, I just have this one that's in Atraxa's colors for +1/+1s, but I don't own Atraxa, so it's not my commander for that one.
I do.
And the mono white Planeswalker commander, the one that actually says on it, like, this can be your commander.
My Atraxa commander deck is literally just Atraxa, a fuckload of walls, and Planeswalkers.
I fuck with that. If it's not in there, that's where your doubling seasons should be.
Oh, it's 100% one of them.
Okay.
I also think the Parallel Worlds. That's the one where if you put a token, you get 2 of them?
Yes.
Because there's a bunch of Planeswalkers that make token creatures.
Double yes. Nahiri. That's the white Planeswalker commander.
Oh, yeah, I remember her. She's the one that lore-wise sealed Markov, Soren Markov in the fucking obelisk or whatever, or melted him into a wall or some shit.
Yes.
She's the one that made the obelisks that sealed the Eldrazi. Yeah, which, again, man, how many more broken variations of Emrakul are they going to make?
Oh, I know. Well, broken in general. You should see the commander cards they've been printing for Eldrazi. My fucking god, they want Eldrazi commander decks to, like, be a thing. And they already were a thing, but
Eldrazi's, man, are just so Eldrazi.
Oh, where is this fucking Whenever you cast an Eldrazi spell, you may pay 2 colorless. If you do, copy all spells you control.
On the stack?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And all other triggered abilities you control, it says. So if you're casting that thing also triggered a bunch of other things, you're copying all of those things.
Oh, what about if you cast... Dude, there's a fucking Eldrazi in the Return to Zendikar that when you play him, when he enters the battlefield, which is triggered, and you're casting him, he's a 10/10. You place a 10/10 token copy of himself. So that means you'd get 4 10/10s.
4 10/10s.
In one turn.
Here's another commander Eldrazi. Colorless spells you cast from your hand with mana value 7 or greater have Cascade.
Double Cascade?
Yep, Cascade, Cascade.
How the fuck does that work?
That means you do it twice.
So you do 7, cast something for 7 or less for free.
Yep, and then do it again.
Right, you cast for free with Cascade, right?
Yep. And since it says cast from your hand, it won't re-proc that, like, off of casting those free things. Mm-hmm. But then you go play another spell. Oh.
Brutal.
Yeah, it's getting nasty.
Yeah. I'm sure there's I don't even know. A fuckload of cards that I would love to have that have come out since I stopped playing.
The best part about the copying guy is that he's just Wooburg or colorless sources. And not like the old ones where it's 2. No, it just has to be like the wastes, though. Like, it has to be a colorless source.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad for that. Worst stats on an Eldrazi ever, but like...
2/5 is still not terrible for a creature.
One that can copy all your shit.
2/5s are hard to burn. It's like 1/4s.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta
dump weird toughnesses.
Yeah, you gotta put... Usually, like, because most burn spells are like 3 damage or something like that. I mean, there are obviously the ones that cost more, but...
Yeah, but meta ones are 2 and 3.
Yeah.
If you need more than that, you're stacking 2 or 3s.
Stacking fucking burn spells is such a sad day. I've tried so many times to make a burn deck, it just never works for me.
It's just rough.
It's hard. Because then it's like, you're burning creatures that you could have been burning them, and then it's like you're wasting it. And once you run out of hand, which red has like no draw ever, you just get fucked. And then you don't have a board presence, and you get smacked by a fucking 3/3 every turn until you die.
That's why you gotta do blue, but then it feels less like a burn deck.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sorry.
Because all red draw is draw a card, discard a card.
Yeah. That's why you need the blue for the draw, and you could do the start bouncing like to hand for the big creatures. But then you're burning less.
Like on summon and shit like that.
I love unsummon. I spent 6 straight turns yesterday bouncing a guy's creatures back to his hand. It was just the most fun I've had in a long time. I was like, hee 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 hee. I just happened to draw like I only run like 2 bounce spells in the deck, but I was drawing out like my whole play sets of them. So I'm like, I'm going to use them.
Might as well. They're typically low cost cards.
Yeah, I had nothing else to do too.
It's like Whelmin Wave, the fucking the pinnacle of return to hand.
I need to play more control because right now there is a return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands, but I haven't played it because I'm playing permanents in like all of my decks. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll make a blue-red burn deck because burn's shaping up again. There's like 4 different cards that increase the burn of your burns. In standard right now.
Well, I was going to say there's a billion of them throughout fucking Magic, but
like even just in standard right now, there's at least 2 that add flat damage on top of all of your non-combat damage, and I know there's at least 1 that doubles. But it's just having all that and still being able to burn them. Because those are usually like 4 or 5 mana effects.
We need to play Magic.
Yep. You know I'm ready.
Need to do it again.
Someone saw me playing at work the other day, and they're like, "Oh, grinded arena, eh?" I'm like, "Hey, yeah." He's like, "Hey, I was grinding mono red ley lines last season. I want to vomit and dust him off of me."
That's the meme. You go wash your hands afterwards.
Just like saw it off in the fucking handshake. He's like, "I was really climbing with that." I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking bet, dude." I even told him back, I was like, "Yeah, you know, when I saw people play that deck, I scooped on sight. I see the opening game start and 2 red ley lines drop on their side. I hit good game and exit."
Yeah, it was a start on the battlefield if it's in the hands.
Yeah, it's like the strongest ley line I've ever seen them print too. It's whenever you target a single thing that you control, you get a free copy of it.
Something you control, so if they target their own shit.
Yeah, so it's pump spells. A deck that was already brutal. So they go play their 1-drop, pass turn, come back to them, even with just 1 ley line. They drop their second land, they go +3/+0, so it's +6/+0. +3/+0, which is +6/+0. Turn 2. There you go, here's 13. If you kill this thing, it deals damage to your face equal to its power.
That's ridiculous.
It's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
They
See,
banned
that kind of shit is not fun to me.
No,
they banned ley lines?
Yeah,
The card?
in
Yeah.
best of 1. Which I cheer.
See, because, like, if a Magic game ends in less than 4 or less turns, I didn't have fun.
No one had fun.
No, that's not what I would play Magic for. I've always said, I like the strategy. I like the board building, and to see the theme of the deck be presented, and then as the opponent to overcome that theme. I don't want to, or to fight your theme with my theme. Yeah. I don't want your theme to be out in turn 3 and then I'm dead, or turn 2.
That's actually why I hate extra turn decks too, because I feel like it really just takes the agency away from the game.
Right. What's the other one? So it's Modern, and what's the other one? The other big one.
Vintage and Legacy.
Legacy, because Legacy's like that, because you play Legacy, and it's whoever...
Yeah, who goes first.
Who goes first wins.
Yeah.
That turn. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, that's not fun to me. Because you know what that is? That's who's had the bigger wallet.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Because speaking of which, I heard that fucking Elon Musk is in the top 20 of fucking Diablo 4. And I'm like, oh. And I was like, let's see what these comments say. And some people were surprised. And then there was my shining ray of light. One commenter that said, oh, a billionaire in a pay-to-win game is in the top 20. Go figure.
Oh, it's like pay-to-win.
No, it's really not. Well, you're right. But at the same time, he could put a lot...
He has more time in his day than you will have in the universe.
I feel like it's more that... Well, because...
It's time. It's Diablo 4.
Yeah.
It's Diablo 4. This is not a hard video game.
No.
I'm wondering what they mean by top. What the fuck do you mean by top? Was he the top 20 fastest?
It's just
the top 20 most geared, but there's going to be a cap to that.
It was a picture I saw.
No, I saw the same picture. I'm just... This is to them. Like, what's your definition of top? I believe it. Let me just say that first of all, though.
Because is it like believe it. PvP?
Yeah, but
they have rankings in PvP?
No.
So then what? Yeah. What would
the only thing Diablo's known for, in any kind of competitive sense, is racing, trying to like get as far in the season the fastest.
Yeah, and for that you need exuberant amount of time.
Yes, time is the currency of Diablo.
Yes. Not Diablo Immortal, though.
No, that one, if it was that, I'd be like, yep, pay to win, you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell they meant by that, but I wasn't surprised to see it.
Either way, Magic is 100 billion% pay to win.
My first thought actually was like the meme of the guy shaking the champagne and spraying himself, and then that's the rest of the podium. Not only in being in the top 20, but also being like, here's all the games that are impressive to be at the top 20 of.
Diablo 4 is not one of them.
No. But good on him.
Yeah, good for him. It's just I find it funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no. Magic's fun. I just don't think...
It's almost like you saying with building up the board and stuff, I almost want to be like, play more Commander.
Oh, yeah.
Push you to Command.
Yes, Commander's lit.
Because that's where that thrives now. That kind of play.
I wish Planeswalk had more support. I'd play that. That has some cool stuff. The game mode of Magic.
Planes Chase?
Planes Chase, yes, sorry.
I like that one
Planeswalk
too.
is the ability that, yeah.
I probably still have my Planes Chase card somewhere.
Yeah, don't. Especially because the Planes cards were the large ones, right? I don't even remember. I don't even remember how to play them. And weren't there only 5 of them, one for each color?
No, I had a bunch of them.
Yeah, that's so little that I remember of it.
But there wasn't more than like 30 of the fucking things total.
Because I think we played it once. Our main things we played is just the standard head-to-heads with multiples. We played Two-Headed Giant, and we played Commander.
Yep.
Two-Headed Giant's fun. I like that.
It's fun.
But it can be horribly outbalanced.
That's like Commander, because not only does the general rules of how to build your deck make it for building the board, but also having so many opponents makes for building a board.
Yeah. And it's just harder to win so fast when you can only have one copy of each card in 100 cards.
Yeah.
Well, 99, but...
If I buy any more, it's going to just be like Commander Precons at this point, and Final Fantasy cards.
Yeah, there's a few... I don't know, maybe I'll buy a few packs of the Final Fantasy so that I can get some of those common cards, like a Chocobo, or a Moogle, or a Cactar, a Bomb... You know, that kind of stuff. But I would like to get, like, I want that Kefka. That card art is just too good.
It was gorgeous.
And it's so... Sephiroth. And if there's a Tifa card, I will 1 million... I mean,
I kind of bet there will be, but at the same time, they're claiming there's characters from 1 through 16 in it, so I'm like, how many people are actually going to make it into a slot?
Yeah. I assume that all of the characters in Dissidia 1 will be in it. Because
That's what I'm guessing, too.
Because in Dissidia 1, it was just the main protagonist and the main antagonist of each of the first 12 games. No.
And Gabranth and Shantoto.
Yes. Because I was going to say, the first 10 games plus Gabranth and Shantoto from 11 and 12.
Here's my standard Vaughn deck.
No. Pinello.
I play standard fuckboys. It's all Titus and Vaughn.
Gross. But then it's like, okay, if you have 10, you're going to put... 10's probably like... Well, 10 and 7 would be the hardest ones to pick only a few characters. Because it's like, you're going to waste a card on Sin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then if you put Titus...
Seymour.
Yeah. Or you can put Seymour. But then it's like, okay, if you put Titus, you can't not put Yuna. You know what I mean? But then if you have all of those, why don't you put Jekt in it instead of fucking Seymour?
I'd still put Seymour.
But then it's like 7. It's like, okay, we got Sephiroth, Cloud, Aerith, and Tifa.
But a lot of it's also going to depend on like the whatever mechanics they make up for this set is probably going to also determine some of these picks.
Yeah.
Like how easy is it to justify putting this on that card?
Folks, well, there's some like, and then are they going to do any of the summon cards?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, Bahamut is a dragon.
Yeah.
Creature type. And then like, I feel like enchantments and artifacts are going to be the hard. Well, I mean, you could do their weapons.
There's going to be so many equipments, I'm sure of it. We're getting a Buster Sword.
Oh, 100%. But like, what do you do for enchantments though?
They'll exist.
Yeah, they'll figure a way out. But I think that's a good place to wrap.
Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom, episode 85. Take care.
Peace.